A millionaire's daughter lay in a coma for days. Doctors gave up. Specialists were flown in from across the world. Nothing worked. Then a barefoot black boy walked into the hospital and whispered 5 words that shocked everyone. "I can wake her up." The millionaire laughed at first, but what happened next changed everything. This is not just a story. It's a miracle, and you won't believe how it ends. The clock on the white wall blinked 11:47 p.m. Room 418 smelled of antiseptic and expensive flowers. Machines hummed as monitors blinked with dull routine. The beeping was steady, empty, steady. On the hospital bed, 10-year-old Leah Crawford rested beneath a lavender blanket. Her eyes were shut tight, her golden curls tangled against the pillow. Tubes wrapped around her like vines. She hadn't spoken, moved, or opened her eyes in over 8 days. One moment she was laughing at breakfast. The next, she collapsed putting on her shoes for school. Doctors called it acute neurological shutdown, something so rare even top specialists could only guess. "She might wake up," one said. "She might not," another added. Her father, Daniel Crawford, sat by her side, his hands trembling as they held her small, limp one. A real estate mogul who'd built shopping centers and luxury neighborhoods. But no deal had ever felt heavier than watching his little girl slip away. The nurses called it devotion. Doctors called it desperation. But Daniel didn't care. This was his baby girl. Still, time chipped away at hope. 1 week in, doctors started speaking in whispers. Hospital policy, insurance issues, next steps. Then he entered the picture. Dr. Vincent Harrison, renowned neurologist, owner of private clinics, self-proclaimed miracle worker. Expensive and arrogant about it. A man with too much success and not enough heart. Harrison arrived Thursday afternoon with his medical team. He'd read about Leah and saw an opportunity. He offered Daniel a miracle package. International neurologists, cutting-edge imaging, experimental procedures at premium cost. Daniel, desperate, asked one question. "Will it bring her back?" Harrison chuckled. "Mr. Crawford, I know how to make your daughter wake up. We'll give her the best technology money can buy. We'll rewire her brain like updating software." The laugh echoed like a gunshot. Daniel's face hardened. He stood slowly, placing Leah's hand back on the blanket. "She's not a computer. She's a little girl." Harrison waved dismissively. "Emotion makes you weak. Science wins." But Leah didn't stir. Harrison brought machines with blinking lights, brain scanners, virtual reality equipment. Nothing worked. She remained silent, unmoving. One by one, specialists flew out quietly, leaving only invoices and silent monitors. By Sunday, Harrison stopped coming. But Daniel remained. He read her favorite stories, played her songs, rubbed lotion on her hands. He told her about the stars she loved. Just past midnight, a nurse tapped the window. "Mr. Crawford, there's a boy here, says he wants to help." "A boy?" Daniel stepped out. "What boy?" She pointed toward the lobby. There, sitting alone, was a barefoot black child, maybe 12 years old. Oversized gray hoodie, torn jeans, dirt-smudged face. But his eyes, deep, clear, still caught Daniel's breath. The boy stood as Daniel approached, nodding respectfully. "Are you Leah's father?" "Yes." Daniel hesitated. "Who are you?" The boy didn't answer. Instead, "I know how to help her." Daniel blinked. "What?" "I know how to wake her up." The words weren't loud or arrogant. They were certain. Daniel, sleep-deprived and worn, sighed. "You're just a kid." The boy nodded. "Sometimes it takes someone small to remind people of big things. Listen, doctors couldn't help her. Specialists couldn't help her. She's not lost," the boy said softly. "She's listening from far away, but doesn't know if it's safe to come back." Daniel's mouth went dry. The boy stepped forward. "She needs something the hospital doesn't have." "What?" "Your pain. Your truth. The words you've hidden behind success." Daniel was stunned. "Who are you?" The boy didn't answer. "Can I sit with her?" Every instinct said no, but something deeper nodded. "All right." The boy entered and stood beside Leah, placing one hand on her forehead. If you're enjoying this story, kindly do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. It is free and won't cost anything, but it means the world to us. We are just a small channel trying to grow. And do not forget to comment where you're watching from. Thank you, and back to our video. His lips moved silently. Then he turned to Daniel. Now you. She knows you're here, but needs to know why you're still here. Daniel stared at his daughter, heart clenched. Then it came, words he hadn't said since she collapsed. I wasn't there, baby. I was closing deals. I missed your school play. I missed the signs something was wrong. His voice cracked. I should have seen it coming. Should have been home earlier. Should have held you longer that morning. Tears fell onto her blanket. Please come back. I'll never miss another moment. I promise. Silence. Then the heart monitor blipped faster. Just once. The nurse gasped. Daniel blinked. Did you see that? I did, the boy said calmly. She's listening. He turned to leave. Wait, Daniel called. What's your name? The boy paused. They call me Isaiah. I'll be back tomorrow. He walked into the hallway, barefoot and silent, like he belonged to another world. Daniel turned back. Leah's fingers twitched slightly. For the first time in a week, the machines blinked with hope. The sun broke over the horizon, but Daniel hadn't moved from Leah's side. His back ached, eyes red, but he refused to rest. Because during the night, Leah's finger had twitched again, like a whisper from the other side. A new nurse rolled her eyes when Daniel mentioned the boy. No visitor signed in. No child on security footage. Are you sure you weren't dreaming? Daniel said nothing. He knew Isaiah had been real. The moment that boy touched Leah's forehead, something shifted, like a window opened somewhere in the universe. He wondered, where did Isaiah come from? He'd spoken like someone who knew Leah her whole life. Who knew him, not the successful businessman, but the man who used to believe love was louder than fear. He hadn't been that man in years. After his wife's accident, Daniel buried stories and songs along with his grief. He worked longer hours, stopped dreaming. Leah noticed but never complained. She just grew quieter. Until Isaiah came. That afternoon, Daniel prayed for the first time in years. Raw, honest words. God, if you're there, don't let this be it. The door creaked. Isaiah stood there. Same hoodie, bare feet, calm eyes. I said I'd come back. Daniel nearly ran to him. Where do you go? Who are you? I go where I'm needed. I'm someone who remembers what others forget. Isaiah walked to the bed, placed a hand on Leah's wrist, closed his eyes. She's closer today. Daniel's heart jumped. Closer. Your voice reached her yesterday, but now she needs something else. Tell me. She needs the song. Daniel's face twisted. Song. Isaiah looked up. The one you used to sing. Before the fire. Before the quiet. Daniel stumbled back. There was only one song. A lullaby from his childhood. His grandmother's song when he was scared. There's magic in the moonlight and dreams upon the breeze. Hold on, little princess, you're safe among the trees. He hadn't sung it since his wife died. His throat tightened. I can't. Yes, you can, Isaiah said softly. She still remembers it. And so do you. The hospital room faded. Daniel saw a tiny living room with yellow curtains. A little girl on his lap, head on his chest. Their world warm and whole. He blinked. His heart remembered. He sat beside her bed, cleared his throat, cracked, trembled. But he began. There's magic in the moonlight and dreams upon the breeze. He paused, overwhelmed. Isaiah nodded. Hold on, little princess. You're safe among the trees. A long beep from the monitor. Her heart rate was rising. Steadily. Her fingers twitched. Once. Twice. The nurse gasped. She's reacting. Isaiah looked at Daniel. You gave her something to come back to. Now she knows the way. Daniel wiped his eyes. Why are you helping us? Isaiah stepped away. You're wrong. I do know her. Daniel stiffened. Not her name, but her heart. Because I was a child who cried in a bed like this. Alone. afraid. No one came. No songs. No hands holding mine. I waited, but no one told me to come home. Silence. I promised if I got the chance to change that, I would. Daniel fell to his knees. You're like an angel. Isaiah turned to Leah and whispered, You've been found. He stepped toward the door. Will you come tomorrow? The boy turned slightly. If she needs me. But your voice is stronger now. Wait. Daniel ran to the hallway, but Isaiah had vanished. No trace. But when he returned, Leah's eyes were fluttering beneath her lids. She wasn't awake, but she wasn't gone. For the first time in a week, Daniel smiled. The ICU was quiet. In room 418, something holy lingered. Not sterile medicine, but something warm. Daniel had barely blinked since last night. His voice was worn from singing the same song repeatedly, because he saw how every note brought his daughter closer. Her brain waves had stabilized. Her heart was strong. And at 7:23 a.m., Leah's right hand reached for his. No coaching. No stimulus. She reached. Daniel crumbled, sobbing. It was impossible. But he didn't care about science anymore. Only faith. And a boy with no shoes who taught him to believe. Dr. Peterson studied her notes, baffled. We don't understand this. Nothing explains this recovery without medication or intervention. The nurse looked confused. What do we chart it as? Call it an anomaly. Daniel smiled from the corner. You call it what you want. But I know what I saw. That afternoon, Daniel stepped outside for the first time in days. The world felt different. The sun felt like promise. He bought a spiral notebook. One for songs, stories, truth. Because Isaiah was right, Leah needed her father's voice. Not buried under success, but the one that said she was loved and safe. Back at the hospital, Daniel found a note taped to Leah's window. Folded small, crooked blue pen. Sometimes healing comes before waking. Don't give up just because her eyes are closed. She hears you. Keep singing. Daniel pressed it to his heart. Isaiah had come again. No record, no cameras. But he'd been there. Leah's breathing deepened after that. More rhythmic. Her color returned. And late that night she spoke. Daddy. Daniel dropped the notebook, rushed to her bed, cupped her face. Leah, can you hear me? She blinked slowly. You came back. I never left, he whispered. A tear rolled down her cheek. Where's the boy? Daniel froze. You saw him? She nodded. He said he was the echo that found me when I was floating. He sang until I heard your voice. She closed her eyes. He held my hand, said, Your daddy's waiting on the other side of the dark. And I followed the light. He led you back. Leah whispered. He smelled like rain and honey. He laughed like music. He said his name was Isaiah. Tears flowed. Sweetheart, Isaiah is an angel, a messenger, a miracle, all three. Leah smiled faintly. He said he didn't need wings to fly, just faith. News spread quickly. The hospital buzzed with whispered conversations. Leah's chart made no sense. No medications. No procedures. Just a girl who woke up because of a voice and a boy no one could find. An intern scrolled through security footage. Rewound. Fast-forwarded, zoomed. But Isaiah wasn't there. Not once. The cameras showed Daniel singing, crying. But the hallway Isaiah walked? Empty every time. That boy was never on camera, the intern whispered. Meanwhile, Daniel and Leah held hands, watching cartoons. She had color, smiles. Life had returned. Tell me the story again, she said. What story? The princess who talked to animals. Daniel blinked. He hadn't told that since. But she smiled. Isaiah had told her. She remembered. So did he. That night, Daniel stayed awake writing. Stories, songs, prayers. Never again would silence be his language. Just before midnight, he stepped into the hallway for air. Empty, lights dimmed. Then a voice. Soft, familiar. You did good, Mr. Daniel. He turned. There he was. Barefoot, same coat, dirt-streaked cheeks, but smiling wide. Isaiah. The boy nodded. She doesn't need me anymore. She asked for you. But now she has you. That's better. Daniel's eyes welled. Will I see you again? Isaiah tilted his head. Maybe. Or maybe someone else will. What do I owe you? Isaiah's smile softened. Tell her stories every night. Even when she's grown. Never stop singing. He turned, walked toward the hallway's end, and vanished. No door. No sound. Just gone. Daniel didn't chase him. He stood there, still. Full. 3 months later, Daniel hadn't stopped telling the story. He'd told reporters, doctors, skeptics. But most importantly, he told Leah every night. Doctors called it spontaneous neural reintegration. Big words that danced around truth. No study could explain what Daniel witnessed. What Leah felt. Leah started therapy after discharge. Shaky steps, trembling hands, but unshakable will. When her legs gave out, she whispered, Isaiah. When she wanted to quit, she hummed the tune Isaiah taught her. Daniel sold his downtown building, vacation home, investments. He wasn't buying anything. He was building with time, words, truth. He launched Songs of Hope, a free music center for children navigating trauma. Its slogan, where silence ends and healing begins. The first mural Grace painted showed a child with oversized coat, hand extended from darkness, offering a song. Beneath, he didn't have wings. He had faith. Reporters asked about the boy. Where is he? Is he real? Daniel always said, his name is Isaiah. I don't know where he is, but I know where he was when it mattered. Some laughed. Others called it folklore. But some wiped their eyes. They believed. Sometimes belief changes more than facts. One evening, Daniel and Leah walked through the old neighborhood. She wore purple boots despite no rain. Just in case, she said. Isaiah told me the best surprises happen when you're ready. They stopped at a street corner near the old train station. An old man played harmonica. A cardboard sign read, You're not lost. You're just not finished yet. Leah gasped. Daddy, look. Daniel walked over. The man smiled through his grizzled beard. Where'd you get that phrase? The man shrugged. Heard it from a little boy years ago. Said he traveled light. Only carried truth. Used to play music with me till he vanished. Was his name Isaiah? Leah asked. The man's eyes sparkled. That was what he said. Wasn't it? Leah turned to Daniel, grinning. He's still out there, Daddy. Daniel felt something bloom in his chest. Yeah, I think he is. That night, Leah couldn't sleep. She stood by her window, staring at the moon. Daniel sat beside her. You okay, baby? I was thinking, what if Isaiah finds another little girl who's lost? What if she's scared like I was? Daniel brushed her hair back. Then I hope someone is singing nearby. She nodded. We should teach the world to sing. You want to do that? Yes, like you taught me, but bigger. Everywhere. On YouTube. In the middle of the night when people feel alone. Daniel hugged her. Then we'll do it. They recorded Leah's story, her drawings, laughter. Daniel recorded songs from his hospital notebook, raw, honest, trembling with love. They called it Isaiah's Echo. 2 weeks, 2 million views. For months. 10,000 messages from ICU beds, broken homes, prison cells, dorm rooms. Each ended, I thought I was lost, but now I think maybe I'm just not finished yet. On the 1-year anniversary, Leah stood on stage at Songs of Hope Center. She held the microphone with both hands. Knees trembled, but voice didn't. She sang Isaiah's song. As she finished, Daniel noticed a boy in the back row. Barefoot, dusty coat, soft smile. Their eyes met. Then he was gone. No applause. No sound. Just faith. Miracles aren't always thunder and lightning. Sometimes they're dust under nails and bedtime stories. Sometimes they're a father rediscovering his song. Or a little girl's hand reaching through dark. Or a black boy no one believes in, laughing at the impossible until it isn't impossible anymore. Because the truth is, he didn't wake her up. He reminded the world how to sing. If you enjoyed this story, hit the subscribe button for more inspiring stories and don't forget to like and share.